Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5. And this Testing Tuesday, we are going to be pitting these two cars against each other. They're essentially the exact same car, except that's called the Rat Loader and that's called the Rat Truck. They're obviously the exact same thing. I was thinking about this before I started recording. Immediately after this, or I don't know, if I get enough people to ask for it, I'll probably do it. I'll show you how to get this truck to look this way with no bed. I actually, yeah, I'll do the video anyway, and I'll link it to the end of this video under the related category. But until then, I think the best thing we should do to make this as fair as possible, because I don't know if weight really affects the vehicles, I'm going to take this back to Los Santos, and I am going to put the bed on it. Okay, now let's get rid of this freaking truck bed. Or why do I keep saying get rid of? We got to install, I'm going to install this truck bed because it's the most accurate one to the other ones, to what's on the other truck. So, now to get into what I like and don't like about this. Originally when this came out, which didn't really come to the game, it used to be like a very, very rare vehicle. It's actually, I haven't seen anyone drive this in a very, very long time. Probably because it's so easy to get now. Back in the day when the game like first came out, what you had to do, I don't know, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be roughly in the area. Over, I believe, oh, it's right over here, I believe. It's either here or here. Or here. It's definitely not there. It's either here or here. No, it's actually this one. It's this one. It's exactly this one. I know it is. What you have to do is you'd have to drive back and forth up and down the street, and eventually the truck would spawn. And then later on they added it to the game. But back when this was the only vehicle of, like, this was the only rat truck. Or the rat loader was in the game without the rat truck being in the game originally. And the thing I used to hate about this was the fact that it was rusty. But now that they have the rat truck in, since that came out, I bought that one immediately. And I've kept it ever since. I've had it for about, oh my, I've had it since the very first Christmas that GTA 5 has been out. I think that's when the trucks came, but whenever the trucks came, that's immediately when I bought them. But, the worst thing about these, the absolute worst thing, this and the Slam Van are the absolute 100% worst vehicles at braking in the entire game. They are just garbage. However, I do think that this truck is better than, as of braking. I think this one is actually better than the rat truck. I don't know why the rat loader would be better than the rat truck in the sense of brakes, but it seems to be that way. Acceleration's fairly good. They're kind of like a muscle car because they have bigger engines and rear-wheel drive. These, thank you. These are only rear-wheel drive, not four-wheel. Back in the day, they would have been rear-wheel anyhow. One of the other downsides is the fact that I wish that I hit So many cars trying to record this so far. The way that there's no, like, back fenders. I wish that it had, like, nicer, better fitting back fenders. But none of them look right. They look like homemade fenders. That's why I don't have them on. And brake lights. And the fact that they have no tailgate. Those are the things that annoy me, like, visually. I don't know. If I had to pick between this or the rat truck, I would pick the rat truck. Due to the fact that I enjoy more of, like, a restored look than an old, crappy, rusty look. But, let's take this down to the test track and see what we can get. So I stop rambling on here and start rambling on there. Okay, let's see what we can get with this. I forgot I had that horn, honestly. The one thing that I do like about this one is I like the tires, but I don't like the rims. And I also wish the tires were clean and not dirty. But, I don't know. I like the truck, but I still prefer a clean, new look. Like, 100% restored stuff. If you've noticed, like, with most of the cars I have on here, actually all, I try to make them look as much like the real-life version as possible. I didn't really do much with this at all, because I tried to keep the budget low, even though I put like $200,000 in it, which I didn't want to do because I was saving up for the update that's supposed to come out tomorrow. I forget what the name of the update is. Oh, got a little drifting going on. We got a tiny bit into the grass, but that shouldn't affect anything. Not by much at all, if it does. I try to do these accurate, but I do several takes on these, and I pick the best time. I usually do 3 or 4 takes because, like, the last time I did this one, because the brakes are so bad, I went and hit that freaking sign over there. And I do it over and over, and I want this to be accurate. I want it to be as accurate as possible. Even though every time I do this, my story changes completely. Like last time, I was like, oh, we're doing good on this line, that and that, and then when I do it now, I'm like, telling you about different stuff. Hurry up, boy. Hope we can get a good time, though. Around, like, I think the best time is, like, right at 2 minutes. Which, we're obviously going very slow right now, then. I've had times that did 2:16, so we're currently doing fairly bad. Stick with the yellow line. Also, last time going around this last turn up here, it was very, very bad trying to stick on the yellow line, because the brakes and the handling is so bad. Gotta try to stay inside the line. I pushed it a little bit, but let's see what we got. 2 minutes 43.9 seconds. That I know was not a really good time, but let's head over to leaderboard and see where it placed. As you can see, the Bravado Rat Loader came in 61st place at 2 minutes 43.9 seconds. That is a very bad time. That is the last page. 68th is the slowest vehicle we've ever had. So to come on in the 60s, that is very, very slow. That's not a good time in any way. There's nothing positive about that time. I kind of expected the time to be that bad, considering the braking's terrible and the handling's terrible. But let's head over to the dirt track and see what we can get on that. I can already tell you this is going to take multiple takes. Because this is under the muscle car category. The only reason I'm doing these on the dirt track is because it is a truck. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I said before, the only vehicles that I am using on the dirt track are like trucks or like an obvious rally vehicle, like a car that's made to be going off-road, like pretty much anything that's supposed to be an off-road vehicle. Like a dirt bike or the coil brawler, stuff like that. Or like consumer trucks. Oh, I'm surprised I made that turn good with this. Usually I do bad on that one. I'm kind of worried about using the slam van on this track because it has an annoying habit of flipping. I don't know if this truck digs in quite like that one does, but I know that the slam van will. Like, if you get, like, some speed while turning, the slam van will do horrendously bad. The other thing I'm worried about with this, there's a hairpin turn to the, like, backwards and left to go up Chiliad, and I'm not sure if the brakes are gonna be able to do that very well. Pushing this thing as good as I can. Oh, that is the type of thing that the slam van does. Right there. I didn't think this would be the type of vehicle to do it, but it just did it, but I saved it. I did a very good job, and this is that hairpin turn that I was talking about. Oh, I actually did it pretty good. The brakes seem fairly good on this when you're on dirt roads. They don't seem to really work any other time. And I just thought of this, and I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. I'm probably going to have to do a couple videos beforehand because I forgot when Christmas comes and you go to the test tracks, there's going to be snow on the tracks. So I'm going to have to do some videos beforehand, or delay the testing videos, because the snow definitely affects the way the drivability is. So that is a big downside. I can't believe I forgot about that. So I'm going to have to not only earn money for the DLC tomorrow, but I'm going to have to save some for testing other vehicles. I'll probably just test vehicles that I already have and then put them on the back burner for just in case. Okay, we need to really hit the brakes. It might look like I'm going really slow with this vehicle, but I go slow with every vehicle down here because you have to. Like, you absolutely have to or you're going to wreck bad. I always do that anyway. Okay, so what we get? 3 minutes, 21.309 seconds. I don't know where that placed because it's been a while since I did this. So let's head over to the leaderboard and see where we placed. This time with this score, you can't really tell a whole lot, considering I haven't done many dirt tests. Because I haven't done any, like, there's not that many dirt vehicles to do. I have more on the way, but it's just, it's still in the works in order to get more and more. So every time I have a rally vehicle or an off-road vehicle, I'm going to do this. But other than that, it came in 4th place at 3 minutes, 21.309 seconds. I can't really tell a whole lot. It is in the second half of the bad times. I mean, I can obviously tell the difference between 2 minutes 46 seconds and 3 minutes 59 seconds. That's almost a whole entire minute slower. So you can tell that there's a huge gap in between all those. But just wait a little longer. If I do more dirt vehicles, this is going to be more obvious. But let's head over now to the drag track to see what we can get with the rat loader. Okay, finally, a track that I shouldn't be able to mess up on. That's the main thing I don't like about doing the versus ones, is how much mess-ups and retries you have to do. I mean, you have to do them with the regular ones, but it's twice as much with these. Sometimes maybe 3. I think there's at least one vehicle with 3 variations. But I'm doing every vehicle, like every variation of every vehicle. Okay, what did we get? 29.031 seconds. That sounds pretty good, so let's head over to the leaderboard and see where we placed. Yet again, we didn't get a really good time. It's still in the far back. I've only done 68 different cars, and it came in 56th place at 29.031 seconds. That's still very bad. Before, if there was a time like that, it would have been harder to decipher because I didn't have as many cars, but now to have 68 different cars, you can really figure out what fits where and how bad or how good something is, and I can obviously tell you that this is a bad vehicle. Unless you enjoy the vehicle or it's for fun, I highly don't recommend using it or even having it at that matter. But now, let's go over and we can start testing with the rat truck. Okay, now onto the rat truck. I don't know. I like this definitely more than the other one because there's a bed on it. For one thing, it's clean. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing, except this has the tailgate, and it's like restored, fully restored. It looks nice. It's like a beautiful butterfly. My only complaint on it is that I couldn't quite get the exact rim color I needed. I think they're painted olive green instead of dark green, which is what they're supposed to be, but it's close enough, I guess. I don't know, there's not really much to complain about it. It's still also bad brakes and bad steering. They don't steer very good. However, I do think that the steering on the rat loader and the rat truck are better than the slam vans. But I guess I'll have to see because I haven't driven a slam van in a little while. I did drive it today, but not for much because I was originally going to do the video on the slam van for today. But I found out that there's, I don't have the slam van custom. And if I'm going to do the slam van, I'm going to do the slam van custom in the same, video. Words. I'm not very good with them when I'm thinking farther ahead than what I'm actually talking about. But let's head over onto the test track and see what we can get with this. Okay, now let's see what we got with this. Well, we didn't get anything yet, but let's see what we can get with this. Ooh, this sounds a lot better than the rat loader. I almost said the rat truck. What we're driving right now is the rat truck. I don't remember it sounding this good, to be honest. Meow. Okay. Let's get her going. Get her going. This definitely already feels quicker. I imagine it would, since, you know, everything's better and newer and clean. That's one of the reasons why I do these tests like this. This is only, I believe, the second or third versus that I've done, where I pitted 2 of the same vehicles against themselves. I think the one I did was the Manana, and the other one I did was... Or no, I think it was the Emperor, and the other one wasn't, like, clean versus dirty, but the other one was, like, a regular consumer car versus race car, but it was still the same vehicle. That one was the Stallion versus Burger Shot Stallion. That was actually a pretty good test, and the Burger Shot Stallion did quite a bit better. It did noticeably better, actually, from what I remember. Which, I have to do some more of those, which, those are some good videos that you can do, like, cheaply, using your GTA 5 money. What I'm going to try to do for now on is do the versus ones, like, get one of them out a month within the regular series, because this is still a part of the regular Testing Tuesday, but, I would like to have one of the 4, videos that come out each month of this to be, one of these where I pit 2 vehicles together, because I think that'd be, I don't know, a better way of getting them done, because I kind of don't enjoy doing this video, like, in the moment, because I know that afterwards I've got a lot of editing to do. That's the only thing that I don't like about these. Recording, it's pretty easy. I almost botched it up bad. Almost. Okay, what'd we get? The last one was 249 with... Okay, so we already did like 9 seconds better. So that is a significant amount of time then. But let's head over to leaderboard and see where we placed. As you can probably tell, the rat truck did quite a bit better than the rat loader. I said earlier in the video that the rat truck beat the rat loader by 9 seconds. I must have been thinking of a different time because the rat loader came in at 2 minutes 43.9 seconds, whereas the rat truck came in 2 minutes 40.059 seconds. So it's only almost 4 seconds faster. But still, 4 seconds for 2 of the same, what are supposed to be the same vehicle, is significantly different. Considering if I made any mistakes driving, they were very, very minor, and it would not have skewed it that much, that entirely much. And I also have done it several times, and it still was very close to that range. None of the times that I tested the rat loader, it never once got a better time than the rat truck. But now, let's go over to the dirt track and see what the rat truck can get on it. I'm actually very surprised that the last vehicle I did, which was the rat loader, I'm so surprised that doing this I did it first try. I don't know how. But I think this one's gonna be a little bit difficult to do. We're definitely, we already know that this is faster on the other track. But on dirt, we need to find out. Oh, gosh. I wish there was a better, like a better dirt track for doing this that wasn't so bumpy. I mean, I did pick like the flattest, neatest, safest spot to drive on here. I gotta be careful with this because the rat loader tried to flip on me halfway through this. Oh, okay, can't really floor it a whole lot around turns. Okay, the turn leading to the bridge is where I almost rolled. So I want to take it a little safe. It was this one. Let's go. Oh, okay. We're good, we're good. However, our side did lift up a bit, and now we have to restart it. Okay, we should be about where we were last time I wrecked. This is my third try since that. Just took that corner just about like I did with the rat loader. Just so you guys know, after this video, I am going to sell the rat loader, because I don't care for the vehicle since the rat truck has been added. Listen to this when we get in the tunnel. It immediately gets faster. I noticed it like the first time I went through. I was just driving, it was like, and I was like, alrighty then. Which means, in turn, you have to start braking very early for that. Let's get on the road. I think we might have it this time. If I don't wreck like I did last time. Last time I did this one, I wrecked right when I landed here. Which luckily that didn't just happen, but we still have a little bit to go. Not wreck as in like hitting something, but spinning around and obviously losing a lot of time due to it. Gotta slow down, try to stay away from that side of the mountain. Give it a little bit of gas at the same time. And jam it. That time we really went through that area clean, but I don't worry too much about that as long as it's a clean shoot into the finish line. But we got 3 minutes, 19.441 seconds. Not sure where that placed, so let's head over to the leaderboard and find out. Yet again, the rat truck beat the rat loader. This time on the dirt track, coming in 4th place at 3 minutes, 19.441 seconds. A couple seconds faster than the rat loader, but still a couple seconds on tracks that aren't even that long is a little bit significant, because there's not a whole lot that should be different. But let's head over now to the drag track and see what the rat truck can get on that. Okay, let's see what we can get with this one. I'm assuming that this is going to beat the last car. It has to. There's no way it won't, because it beat it by 9 seconds on the first one we did. Yeah. Wonder what it sounds like inside. Oh God. That's a bit different. Feels like all the noise is coming from behind when you're inside. But on this, the exhaust is right under the front fenders. Okay, what are we gonna get here? Okay, we got 28.528 seconds. That is actually a little bit faster. So let's head over to leaderboard and see by how much. This time, again, the rat truck beat the rat loader. Even on just a drag track where there's literally almost nothing that can go wrong. It's just straight line. That's it. I think this track, it's like really close to 3/4 of a mile. But the rat truck came in 54th place at 28.52. I almost said 6. 28.528 seconds, whereas the Bravado rat loader came in 57th at 29.031 seconds. You can tell that they're both, you can tell that they're accurate because in every single one of these, they were somewhat close together, but every single time the rat truck was better. And every time the rat loader was worse. Which, obviously, if one's always better, the other one's always going to be worse. But this was an accurate representation of like what I was trying to show in the Stallion versus Burger Shot Stallion episode. So it's obvious proof that the rat truck is better than the rat loader, which I kind of expected from the start, because the rat loader's just old, and it's visually old, and everything on it's rusty, whereas the rat truck, everything's brand new and nice. And you can tell just driving it that the rat truck has a lot more wheel spin, therefore more power, or just less grip. But that's all I have for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to watch one of my previous, next, and related videos, and also remember to check out my other social medias in the description down below.